Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to go over all the expenses that I had for December as well as my income. And we'll look at the gap that I had and also my net worth. And I think it's really important that you track your expenses, because if you don't track your expenses, I think you won't be able to invest anything and also build wealth. So just on my expenses page, what I do is I just put everything, I just list everything out, all of my expenses, and I categorize them. I'm not going to go through everything one by one. I'll just maybe hit some of the major expenses. Had to put a new car battery in. Took a quick trip down to pick up my son, and so we had a little medical there. Since it's Christmas, had some expensive gifts here from Best Buy, GameStop, and keep scrolling down here. More gifts, and of course my largest expense, and this is about to change. It'll still be my largest expense, but it's going to go down quite significantly. I'm buying a new home, so once I get that arranged, that'll be changing in February. So my housing costs will be going down, thank goodness. You can see for Progressive, this is my 6-month insurance. This is 2 vehicles. It's my own vehicle and a dependent. And their gift here. But you can see here, this is pet food. As you can see though, I don't really buy a whole lot, but December, I think I'm no exception. December was a very expensive month. We could take a look at just the total expenses just for one person, almost $6,000, just under that. And what I try to do, my goal is to have a gap every single month, and that's with my W-2 income. And we can see here, I've listed my W-2 income, and that didn't cover it. It did not cover my expenses for December. So if I just had my W-2 job, I would have been withdrawing $426.78 from savings, or possibly putting it onto a credit card. And you can see here I have no debt payments, and I used to be in credit card debt when I started my career, and it's not a good feeling. And if any of you have any high interest debt, to get your employer match on a credit card that I know of has a really high credit card. And let's just go over some of this here. And I'll get towards gift cards like Amazon. Invest in dividend and December was a very good month for dividend paying stocks. And so Aflac, that was a dividend. Kroger, also a dividend. Dividend again, dividend again. Pfizer, that was a dividend. Johnson & Johnson, here's another swag bucks. This was $15, and again that goes to PayPal, so I just take it as cash. And Synchrony here, this was interest in a savings account. since I'm building my home, I have to have down payment, and I'm deciding to put 40% down. So that's why there's such a large interest amount. It's not that Synchrony pays a crazy interest amount. It's at 4.75%, and I like them as a bank and online high interest savings account. Here's another dividend, Southern Company. Same with Yum Brands, Amgen, Swag Bucks again, another $15 check from them. And then Exxon paid me $11.39. You can see their dividend. And SCHD, this is a Charles Schwab dividend ETF, and I own quite a few shares of this. So you can see there's $831 dividend paid right there, and just that one alone would have made up for this shortfall and some. But what I do with my dividends though is I reinvest them back into those stocks, so the next time they pay, they're going to pay me even more. And in some time though, I will start pulling back dividends, but not at this time. So in December, what I really did was I used $426 of just cash I had in reserves from other months where I had a gap. You see Home Depot, that's another dividend. Same with Prudential, Qualcomm, Microsoft, Realty Income, that's a monthly pair. Coca-Cola, Waste Management. You can see I have a lot of dividend payers out here. Hershey's, McDonald's, Swag Bucks. There's another $25 check right there. And Duke Energy, another dividend. Swag Bucks, another $10. And then YouTube, I'm going to be doing a video on this one. I'm a very small channel, and before this date here, 12/21/24, I didn't make a single dime on YouTube. It took me nearly 3 years to actually receive money from this channel. You can see 120.67, so that was the culmination of 3 years. And really the channel doesn't make a lot of money, and I really don't care about that. I don't do these videos for the money. I just want to show you though, I do make a tiny bit, and I think the average is going to be like $50 or $60 a month from my channel. And so it's going to take probably every 2 months to get paid out, because YouTube has a $100 threshold. So I won't even have YouTube as a monthly payer for me. And like I said, that's fine. I do these more to track my own progress, keep myself accountable, and hopefully educate people as well, and inspire people to invest, and in this case to track your expenses as well as your other sources of income. And we'll get through this, I promise. But here is a VXUS. This is a Vanguard ETF. Got another 538 from that. VTSAX. This is a very, very popular ETF in the financial independence, retire early space, where people are just investing in VTSAX alone while they're in the accumulation phase. And I don't disagree with that method or philosophy. And the equivalent to VTSAX is VTI. If you use like M1 Finance or things like that, that's the ETF equivalent. And then BST, this is a monthly pair. This paid me $446.77. BlackRock, this is another dividend, and then received a gift of $100. Swag Bucks again, another $10. VU, this is an S&P 500 Vanguard ETF, paid me $149. Swag Bucks again, $10. Nvidia paid me a really small dividend of 16 cents. Union Pacific, Travelers, these are all dividends going down. And then the last thing was a gift. But just adding everything up with my dividends, Swag Bucks, YouTube, interest from savings, etc., it paid me $3,679. And again, all this got reinvested, and all the dividend payers are going to pay me even more the next time. So I put this into a nice, pretty little graph here so I can see what's really killing me, and it's housing. And it'll be a little bit smaller part of the pie next time, but you can see grocery, gifts, and this is going to be December where gifts is very large like that. But the rest of my spending isn't really, I'm not affected too much by like restaurant spending, and that's okay if you have a lot of value in that and going out to eat. just know that, try to control your expenses, because the big three for people is usually housing, transportation, and food. And in my case, the transportation, insurance hit me, but this is every 6 months. I have a paid off car, so my transportation costs are pretty low. So let's go ahead and I'm going to sum this up real quick. You can see my W-2 income, the 5526, and that is after taxes and 401k. And then there's my expenses. We can see I was 426 short with the expenses with just the W-2 income. You can see my non-W-2 income total there. But if I were to use my non-W-2 income, I still would have been ahead by this much, by over $3,000 for the month. And we're going to go to net worth to close this out. I have a Vanguard taxable brokerage account and IRA, and here's the combined value of that: $390,800, just rounded to the nearest $100. I have an M1 IRA, and that's valued at $579,400. I have a T-Row 401k with my current employer, and that's at $75,000. This was from previous employments, that's why that's so large. And then here's my Synchrony savings account total, $197,300. That's going to go down by, it's going to be $126,000 lower, because that's what my down payment's going to be on my house. Here's my Capital One account, where I have checking and a small savings, where I'm mostly moving money around and paying bills. And then I have an M1 taxable brokerage account, and the ending balance of that was $223,700. And this is where I do a lot of my videos for my dividends. A lot of these dividends you saw over here were from the M1 taxable brokerage account or from the Vanguard account. And so my total net worth was $1,470,200. And then the change from November was I had an increase in my total net worth of over 60, or it was at $61,550. So it increased it from November, an additional $61,550 to have this for my total net worth. So thanks for sticking to the end of this video. Please click the like button if you got value from this video, and also subscribe to this video as well, especially with this transparency I'm showing you. And I showed you that my budget was busted for December. Hopefully January shapes up to be a better month. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I had more vet bills with my dog, so it's going to start out it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think it'll be better than December, that's for sure. I won't have quite this kind of non-W-2 income because we're in the first month of the quarter, and my dividend payers are, I don't have as many in the first month of the quarter. So we'll see though. But everybody, thanks for sticking to the end. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and everybody take care.